Alright, welcome to Charlie's Edition, Part 2. Tonight we're doing the Joy of Gay Sex series, the continuation of it, of course. And the very first topic that I'm going to talk about is homophobia. Okay? First of all, what is homophobia? The fear of homosexuality. That's basically what it is. Of course, a lot of gay people have all experienced this. Folk like Focus on the Family or whatever. Big example of people who don't like gay folk. Inspired by religions. All kinds of people around the world don't like gay people. Or transgenders. Or even bisexual people. Even gay people in the community even have homophobia towards other gay guys, other gay people. Yeah, pretty interesting. And so, of course, I'm going to be reading to you guys out of the flawless book, The Joy of Gay Sex, where I have over a dozen topics. So definitely, if you have any topics that you would like to hear about, or any topics that you want to hear me talk about right here on Charlie's Edition, please let me know in a message or a comment, and I will definitely get back to you. So I just want to read a few things about what this flawless book says about this. Okay? Alright. I'm just going to read a couple of areas. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. Gay people are feared and hated because they are perceived to be challenging this distinction, muddling the otherwise pure, clear waters of gender-linked behavior. A gay man who could enjoy all the privileges of masculinity, respect a good job, legal and economic superiority, is seen as willfully and perversely throwing away those advantages and embracing the lower status of a woman. Conversely, lesbians are seen as wanting to upskirt male privileges. All the stereotypes invented by the straight world to punish gay people, the sissy faggot, the mannish lesbian, are designed to protect against the breakdown of gender identity and of the unequal and unfair world of power, status, wealth that identity represents. We can call this the gender theory of homophobia, because it says that homosexuality as a social role rather than a sexual practice is what upsets some straights. Let me read that one more time. We call this the gender theory of homophobia because it says that homosexuality as a social role rather than a sexual practice is what upsets some straights. No comment. It is ironic that that society should define homosexuality as deficient masculinity. History is replete with examples of gay or bisexual military leaders who were every bit as capable as straight generals in the supposedly masculine arena of brutality and conquest. Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, General Gordon of Catherone, Lawrence of Arabia, and Lord Keithra all had male lovers or gay experiences. At one time, gay liberalists were sensitive to questions about the masculinity of gay men. We used to say that gender identity, our feeling of maleness or femaleness, was independent of our sexual identity, being gay or straight. Like the society around us, we didn't want to be identified as deficient men, or to put it in another way, really perceived as being like women. Although we didn't know it then, we still identifying with society's concept of masculinity, and we've chastised effeminate gay men for not being masculine enough. That all makes sense to me. Very, very interesting. Let me continue. Many gay men feel comfortable that their personalities contain both masculine and feminine components. Some gay men feel their feminine side is stronger and go out of their way to nurture it. One also finds androgynous gay men expressing maleness or femaleness according to the occasion. Perfect example, depreciating any of them in homophobic, whether the put down comes from another gay man or from someone straight. So like it just said there, even gay men put down other feminine gay men. That's like being homophobic right there. They may not see it that way, but yeah, it's true. We believe that the gender theory of homophobia outlined above also helps to explain internalized homophobia. The self-hating homosexual hates himself because he feels deficient as a man, and his self-hate is projected upon other gay men. He can have anonymous sex or admire the masculinity of straight men, but he will be incapable of establishing an intimate relationship because it will mirror his hatred for himself. Self-hating homosexuals are in emotional conflict. Guilt plunges them into what psychologists call an approach avoidance pattern. It says, as they approach a lover and get to know him, they are happy and hopeful. But once the affair looks as though it might work, they back away and avoid the beloved because the intimacy upsets them. As they withdraw, they breathe a sigh of relief, glad to be rid of this latest entanglement. But they are once again alone and miserable. Loneliness drives them to attempt a new affair, with the same disastrous results. These dynamics are seldom expressed at the conscious level of a person's life. Instead, they always something wrong with the new lover. He's lousy in bed, he's too young or too old, too extroverted or too introverted. But the real reason such a man rejects his lover is self-hate for not being the man his parents and society demanded that he be. What cannot be denied is that whatever its underlying causes, homophobia is a daily affront to gay men and lesbians and exerts and an unseen yet unceasing burden on gay people's actions and behaviors every day. Until homophobia is recognized as a societal disease, it is and then eradicated, no homosexual can be fully safe or entirely sane. I hope I read that, and I hope you guys understood that. It all made sense to me. So, it's basically saying that guys who are homophobic, or even the gay guys that are homophobic towards other gay men, obviously have some type of issue with themselves. I mean, as terrible as it sounds, I believe that. I mean, I am femme at times, I can have my masculine side. No comment. I mean, I may be Charlize from every now and then, but I like being Charlize because it's fun to be Charlize. Now, I'm going to it's very interesting that Chris Crocker did a video tonight about femme guys, and I'm going to put that link right underneath my video so that you guys can see exactly what he's talking about, because I actually did the same type of videos weeks previous to this. So please leave me your comments, let me know what you think about this, and I want your feedback. I want to hear what you guys think as well. So stay tuned to part 2 of The Charlie Show, and be sure to check out the video right underneath this one. Holla back!